So, are you an experienced network engineer, kind of looking around and wondering how you're supposed to stay at the top of your game while AI and the cloud are just reshaping everything? Well, you're in exactly the right place. In this explainer, we're going to lay out a clear 3-year roadmap to help you make that leap from expert engineer to a top-tier principal architect. And here's the best part. You can do it without having to become a full-time programmer. Look, let's be really clear about what's at stake here. This isn't just about learning some new feature on a switch. The report this roadmap is based on calls it a career critical reset, and that's exactly what it is. The very definition of what it means to be a top networking pro is being rewritten as we speak. Adapting? It's really not optional anymore.
And this isn't some pie-in-the-sky, far-off future we're talking about. I mean, Gartner is forecasting that by 2027, which is right around the corner, a massive 75% of enterprise network operations are going to be automated. We're talking configuration, monitoring, the whole shebang. Why? Because the sheer speed and scale that AI demands makes this level of automation an absolute necessity. That's 75%? Yeah, that's the reason this career reset is happening right now.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this all down. First, we'll talk about the Great Network Reset, so we all understand this new reality. Then we'll get into the new career blueprint itself, followed by a super detailed year-by-year plan. And to wrap it all up, we'll cover the actionable steps you can take in your first 90 days to get started. So let's start with that big picture, the Great Network Reset. You know, the ground underneath traditional data center networking is basically shifting under our feet. The old rulebook is out the window, and it's being replaced by a new reality that's all about automation and the incredible demands of AI. And this slide just lays it all out, right? We're moving away from the old way, manually typing into a command line interface, the good old CLI, and putting out fires reactively. We're moving to a whole new model. It's all about proactive, AI-driven operations, what we call AI ops, and deploying entire services in minutes, not weeks. The bottom line is, those roles that were purely focused on the CLI, well, they're quietly fading away, and they're being replaced by architects who can orchestrate these huge, complex, automated systems.
So how in the world do you get from that old way to the new way? Well, this blueprint, it's not about throwing away all those years of hard-won experience. No way. It's about leveraging them. This is a path designed specifically to turn expert engineers into the architects who design and lead, not the coders who are just implementing the plan.
Okay, so here's the 30,000-foot view of the whole journey. It's a really focused 3-year plan. Year 1 is all about building your foundation in cloud and AI, getting the basics right. Year 2, you start to specialize in AI-driven networking. And year 3, well, that's the capstone. That's when you lead a major project and really get ready to step into that principal architect role. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Let's break down year 1. This first year is absolutely crucial. It's all about building a rock-solid foundation in the 2 technologies that are defining our future, the cloud and AI. The first thing you gotta do is establish credibility. So in year 1, the focus is on 2 key certifications. You're going to pick one for cloud, either the AWS Advanced Networking or the Azure Network Engineer Cert. That proves you know your stuff in the cloud. Then you're going to pair that with the Nvidia Certified Network Specialist Cert, which gives you that foundational knowledge in the hardware that's actually powering this whole AI revolution. And beyond just the certs, these are the practical skills you need to be working on. You'll learn how cloud networks actually hook into your existing data center. You'll get a real grasp on AI-specific designs using hardware like Nvidia's DGX systems, and you'll understand the big ideas behind AI ops, using AI to automate your network monitoring. But here's the key perspective. You're learning how to architect these systems, not how to code them from the ground up. Okay, let's move on to year 2. You've got that solid foundation in place, right? So now the focus shifts. We move from broad knowledge to deep, specialized skills in AI architecture. This is where you really start to set yourself apart. So year 2 is all about going deeper. You'll go after some advanced vendor-specific training, something like a Cisco certification that's focused on the AI data center. But, and this is just as important, you're going to start building your public profile. You'll produce some kind of thought leadership, maybe a white paper or a presentation for a user group, to start establishing yourself as a real expert in this space. The skills you build in year 2 are really designed to level up your strategic thinking. You'll get familiar with these high-level automation platforms, tools like Cisco NSO or Arista Cloud Vision that basically run the whole network. And again, you're focusing on what they do and how to integrate them, not how to write scripts for them.
This is also the year you start formally mentoring others, which, let me tell you, is a fantastic way to solidify what you know and prove you've got leadership potential. And that brings us to the final year of the plan, year 3. This is where it all comes together. It's all about execution. It's where you take all those skills and all that knowledge you've accumulated and you translate it into proven value, positioning yourself to step into that leadership role. The big goal for this year is simple: lead. You need to get your hands dirty on a real-world hybrid cloud or AI networking project. This becomes your proof point. It's the thing you can put on your resume that validates all your expertise and makes you the perfect candidate for the roles this roadmap is all about: principal architect, lead solutions architect, or maybe even a technical evangelist. Look, this slide shows you the true destination of this whole 3-year journey. The goal isn't just to get a new job title. It's about becoming a visible, respected leader in the field, someone with a strong network of peers, someone who has a voice in major industry forums. You become the person who shapes the conversation, not just someone who reacts to it. Okay, I get it. A 3-year plan can feel a little overwhelming. It can feel really distant. So how do you actually start? Well, this roadmap takes it from theory to practice with some concrete steps you can take in the next 90 days to build some real momentum right now. See how manageable this is? In the first 30 days, you just enroll in a course and join a few online communities. That's it. By day 60, you're starting that Nvidia training and maybe reaching out to some other architects on LinkedIn. And by day 90, you're taking your first certification exam and you're posting about what you've learned. This is exactly how you turn a huge long-term goal into immediate, tangible progress. So there it is. The shift to an AI-driven, automated world isn't coming, it's already here. And for people with deep networking expertise like you, the roadmap to a leadership position as a principal architect is laid out pretty clearly. So really, the only question left is the one right there on the screen. What's your first step?